Looks like we're heading off to the east. Anything else to get around here? No. Funny because in unit, if I did like proper roleplay and everything, this would not be the multitasking, do everything you can do kind of environment. Like, I would. Oh, that was the broken river. We went through here, and then yeah, we went over here, saw the broken bridge, came back, went around here, checked that out, then went back up here and looped it around, and we're back here again. I guess I'll warp here. But yeah, it's funny in universe, like if I did commit to roleplay and everything all the way instead of the usual completionism gameplay, like I would totally be booking it out of this forest as fast as possible. What lunatic sticks around here and be like, what's over in this corner? It's like, this is a horrible nightmare place where everyone's being tortured and murdered constantly, and I'm being like completionist about it. It's a bit of a disconnect, but I'd prefer to play it this way than to try to run through it all. Although if you think about it, I am like gathering resources and getting stronger kind of while I play here, which raises questions. I don't know if that would be, I don't know if my snowballing strength would really be something that would be actually happening in a place like this. We're used to making progress in an RPG because you get experience on your character, but in this game your progress is you getting resources for your army, and I don't know if that fully scans, but I'm not gonna overanalyze it much. Prayer interrupted. Located at crossroads, shrines of Melitele were meant to protect travelers from evil. Yet when Queen Meve approached one to pray, her force suddenly came under fire, victims of an ambush. Sometimes irony stings. Okay, so it's a puzzle encounter, so I don't have to worry about my own composition. I'm supposed to reduce all the power of all the archers to 1 without Meve dying, and it's in a one-round puzzle. This sounds like a weird round. I'm in there. Powerful elf. The world must fall into ruin and drown in blood. Oh, the old world. That's a specifically important thing to remember. Elven Rogue, whenever this unit's power changes, damage Meve by 1. Huh. Huh. So every time I deal damage, Meve will lose health. What? Meve has 1 power? What in the world? It doesn't even say would take damage. It specifically says power changes, like at all. Alright, what do I have? There must be a secret here. There must be an answer. Becker's Dark Mirror. Damage the highest unit on the battlefield by up to 15. Then boost the lowest unit by the amount damaged. Oh! So that's how you'd make Meve strong enough to not die. Okay. Gaze long into the abyss, and the abyss will gaze back into you. They've already passed. They won't be making any decisions or playing any units. This is it. It's just the simple rule of how these cards work, and that's it. Okay. Royal Decree. Draw and play 2 blitz units from the deck. Word of advice. Follow this to the letter, and we won't have any problems. Alright, what's in my deck? They're all Arbless. Okay. Reinforcements. Choose an ally and play all copies of it from your deck. Okay. So once I use the other one to summon Arbalest, this will summon every Arbalest. Sound the retreat. Regroup and wait for reinforcements. This is one of the ones that looks iffy. That art looks really... There's like a flickering to it. That must be older artwork, right? Because like they seem to have just gotten better over time at making this stuff. Like the Geralt's... when I played the the real Gwent game, like Geralt's his Igni attack. That card looks so weird. Yeah, this one looks really odd. Like this looks kind of okay, but the texture, the reflection's a little odd looking. But that looks like a weird stretched. Yeah, like at this height it looks better, but when they pan up, you see this part over here takes up a huge chunk of the screen, and looks so stretched and weird. And these guys are like flickering or something. I don't know. Something just looks weird. The Aritza Adept. Immune. Deploy... Oh, copy of... Choose a bronze ally on the battlefield or in hand and add 2 copies of it to your deck. Oh. So I probably use that on the Arbalist and then use this one to draw all the Arbalists. And then I'll just be attacking them until they all go down to 1, which mostly is just a math sequence I have to nail. Because I have no reason to want to duplicate these cards. Yeah. So I think I want to do Becker first. There we go. So he just lost 15, she gained 15. Now every time I damage one of these guys, she'll take 1 damage, which is not the end of the world. So I think you, then you, then you. Right? Okay. I need to figure out what rate I want to damage these guys at. There might be some trial and error math going on here. I don't know what order to attack them in necessarily. And that's where I'm going to get in trouble. Should I be starting a second row, maybe? I'm not sure.
As you wish, milady.
Might be easier to trial and error this than to actually try to carefully math it out. Alright, well here it comes.
Lyria!
Would be 4 damage, so let's start with you. You need to take 2 damage, you need to take 3 damage, so 1,
Give me a
2, 3. There we go. All right, cool. I was worried. We figured out the order though. Ooh. Ooh. I just have that now. I just have Becker's Dark Mirror. Okay. Does it work the same way is the question, because there was cards within that encounter that were behaving differently, because that's how puzzles work. Alright, so that was a specific side quest for finding this Dark Mirror. What are you? You're another trinket. I gotta be careful how many I add to the deck. Damage the highest unit on the battlefield by up to 15, then boost the lowest unit by the amount damaged. Huh. It does not say that either of those units have to be the enemy. In that particular round, the highest, like I didn't have any 1s or 15s, so the fact that they had a 1 in 15 meant that it was definitely going to do that. It was going to make Meve strong while weakening the other guy. Yeah. But it sounds like otherwise it could have been damaging or strengthening my units. Or like ideally, of course, you'd want to damage the enemy and strengthen your unit. You'd want to have the weakest unit and them to have the strongest unit when you play this. Otherwise it's useless. Kind of. Well, not necessarily entirely, but it'd be very situational. So it's definitely definitely a situational card. Like some of these are just like straightforward, like this makes you stronger. This gives you a straight advantage in one way or another. But this card's a little bit more comparable to Vengeance, and that's kind of a comeback card. If I want to include it in the deck, I have to be careful about that. It's also a trinket, so it has to fit in one of these 3 slots. So I have to be especially certain. Like many of the trinkets, I might go the entire game without using it for all we know. Because some of these other ones are just definitely... I definitely have my favorites. Those guys have... Those card types have to fight for their own space in a very narrow bandwidth that I can play with. So mixed feelings. I'm sure there's people who use it in their deck. I want to make my way to the fight, but I'm also kind of just checking hallways because there's so many paths around here. And if there's anything to pick up, I'd like to find it. Ruh-roh. Abandoned camp. Is it abandoned though? Is it really? The presence of wind-tossed tents suggests others had visited the Moulderwood not long past. Yet why had they deserted their camp? Why? What had become of them? Before the Lyrian scouts had a moment to investigate, they were surrounded by the sounds of slackened bowstrings and whistling arrows. One-round fight, but a fight nonetheless. I do like the variety that this poses, by the way. Like the puzzle and story encounters are already neat, but just going back and forth constantly, like about a 50-50 basis between short fights and full proper Gwent matches. It's not just pacing, like, oh, it's shorter, that means you just get through it faster. No, the big cool thing is just that knowing that it's one round long fundamentally changes many decisions about how Gwent works. Like a core conceit of what was specifically unique about Gwent in Witcher 3 was that it's this weird 2 out of 3 game where you play it with one continuous deck. I've heard that Gwent is explicitly based on a card game that already existed or something like that, which I've never played. But I will say that in all the card games that I've played, the concept of Gwent and its pacing and its multi-round thing is like thoroughly like unusual. Usually it's just you play a game, one of you wins, and then that's it. That guy won. Random hiccup. It's just that guy won, and then you can choose to play again if you want, but like there's no like explicit 2 out of 3 thing built into the core of the mechanics, and like that introduces a bunch of interesting mechanics and decisions, and I kind of prefer that version of it. Like that's what made Gwent special and interesting. But if you're gonna make a whole campaign out of Gwent, an interesting variety is these little blitz rounds where you don't have that, and going back and forth between those 2 states keeps things fresher than they would be otherwise. We got a Gascon. He gets stronger every time something moves. The question is how much will stuff move versus just having a good, strong Scytheman. I'm not sure if I can rely on things moving much in an only 1 round long Gwent game. I might sub him out on purpose. Because Scythmen are strong. That said, they're kind of boring, and I might be able to draw them with other units. Ooh, there's that combo. There's Odo. Alright. Come on. Alchemist doesn't hurt, but I can do better, right? Nope. Alright. Of course I'm trying to find my other heroes. You killed him. You killed them all.
Quick and painful this'll be.
He just came anyway. All right. Well, that makes that decision easier. So I'm trying to get Black Rayla or Xavier, really any of them, yeah. But no luck. Let's try Onion Soup. It's always an interesting call. All copies of this unit that I don't have, cool. This is a bad draw. At least he does have someone to steal power from, I guess. Yay, doggo. Yeah. Make you stronger by what? Did he just not get strong? What? Did he just not get strengthened by that? I thought he already was a 9. At least no animation seemed to play. Maybe I'm imagining it. It's fine. It's fine. There's no way to know right now anyway. Well, he took a hit immediately. It's a bad time for him. Could just turn into I could turn him into a bear, or I could start using slingers to move people around. Honestly, that just won't be very strong. And I kind of wanted him to successfully get his power. But I think I might just turn you into a bear right now. Alright, come and get me. This is the guy on that's left. So I should play someone weaker next to you soon-ish, so I can replicate that power before they start attacking it. There, I sapped his power.
Peace with humans? I buy that.
Damage the highest enemy by the number of elf allies. That's not a lot, actually. These guys get to attack every turn, though. Ah. Could use you, but I have long-term plans for summoning units with you. I think I want to go with you.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your team?
They're gonna keep attacking him, so he's gonna be weaker than I want him to be by the time I actually use the power.
Your tricks will not save you, Dwan.
Nice boot. Oh god. Oh. Probably not the best time to use alchemy anymore, honestly. Whenever you play an elf, boost its adjacent units by 2. Oh, every other elf besides this guy. Damn. So every time he plays any elf, its adjacents get boosted. That's not a good time. You know, you've got 2 7s. Let's do this now. Just to try to make some progress. And I'm going to start my summoning process here.
Again and again.
It's a bit of a long game. They get to attack so much. Yeah? You thinking? Oh. Oh.
None shall tread on us.
Jesus. What happened? If it's boosted, damage it by 6. Shit. Am I basically getting my ass kicked because my characters have high morale, which means they all are boosted right now? Shit. Because they just one-shot that guy. Like, they're just gone. Enjoy this trap. Crap. That's really bad. Yeah, like, they can one-shot my dog, can't they? Everyone who's boosted takes a damage bonus from those damn archers. They're really strong units. They get to attack every single turn as long as they're alive. They have 8 health, so not exactly easy to kill. And if you boost anyone, then they take 3 times the damage. Which, in my case, if I have a high reputation, that counts as every single unit being boosted by 1. Damn.
Now we will see who is weak.
Damn. I'm in trouble. Just straight up in actual serious trouble. Damn.
Army's wasted
Like, I can play this guy, but they're probably gonna one-shot him, right? They're just gonna take him out right away, because they know he's powerful. I don't know if I have a solution at this point. This is where that mirror might come in handy, actually. Because they have the strongest units and I have the weakest. Although right now, it's a four-way tie between 3 of my units and 1 of his unit for 3. Yeah, they just got him. There it goes. Damn. 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 Everything's just melting. I just can't get a guy on the board. They'll just die. Oh, God. Yeah, there's no one whose order is even getting replenished.
We must trust each other.
Wow. Yeah. So this is like a hard counter deck. And the ones I attacked are all the way back up to 7 now. That guy's like as strong as he was when I hit him in the first place. Oh no. We've strangely hit the point where my moves are faster than the AI's, because the AI it's chugging. I wonder if this is normal or if there's something uniquely going wrong on my computer. Come on, dude, it's not that hard. You're winning by a margin here. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna lose.
Death to Old One!
Kind of want to. I want to try this deck. Kind of. It's really strong. Give 1 armor to each allied unit. Cooldown of 1. Jeez. That's a scary ass card, frankly. Even averaged out, they all have a power of 11.
Dance of death! Ha! Ha!
I realize I have a habit of,
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Am I not allowed to play this card?
It's been a mistake.
Oh,
I'm no
right.
mage.
Right, I can click on somebody else's unit, technically. Oh yeah, wait. Set a unit's power equal to the unit on its left. Oh, I can use that offensively. And I've been missing that opportunity. Like if this guy has like a 40 and this guy has a 2, I can make that guy have a 2. I should really be thinking about that. That's an opportunity I've not been considering. So yeah, I should have passed. I should have given up really early in this fight, but I didn't. I'll give it one more try, but I might actually need to reorganize the deck or even come back in a different state. In particular, I might want to come back when I'm not in a state of everybody being hyped up like this. Like my characters are all green and that's actually a problem. Ooh. Oh, that fire is nice. I can work with that. 2 fires is not horrible. Only one drummer though? Do I want more than one drummer? I have this guy which can replenish the drummer, but I want to have either a second drummer or the other character. Nope. Spike trap I can work with though, I guess.
I bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Alright, that at least gives them more dudes to deal with. So when they start shooting my dudes, they at least have more targets to be bothered with to some extent.
Catch!
Let's make things difficult for them. Alright, so I have 23 power, and I have one of their 2 rows on fire. Bound to at least cause some problems for them.
I smell a leak.
There we go. I want to establish that fire as fast as possible, because I want them to take as much damage as possible throughout the fight. That's damage against all of their units. Like the firebomber is a strong unit. That's good news to have. And the head goes after their initial armor too. Unfortunately, they're still totally capable of taking out my units due to the fact that they are all boosted. Any cool surprises? Another one. Goddamn. Choose a bronze ally and add 2 copies of it to your deck. Then boost every single copy of them. I'll give that a go. Just because I don't have a ton of other ideas. The other 2 did not seem like great options. In my hand or battlefield. So those are all of my options. I don't need more fire. Let's make the drummers stronger because then they're harder to kill. There we go. And maybe I'll draw more, but in particular just my existing one will be harder to kill. I'm gonna go for you now. It's not the strongest use of Meve's ability, but if I can get it to die of the yeah, there we go. That severely reduces the power of what they were doing before. This is a way better start than last round. Because they can't pummel me every round with 2 of those attacks. They have to pick one target, which admittedly is still enough. Let's give you guys a bear. And the bear's not boosted. The bear doesn't count as a boosted unit, so they don't get a bonus. Ow. Ow. Rude.
There's been a mistake.
I was
no mage.
I was hoping that'd be stronger, but okay. Then they're gonna shoot him for a bonus, though.
None shall tread on us.
Okay, they're going all in. Soon my unit spam begins, though, as long as he doesn't die. We'll see. They're still pretty capable of it, but at least he has 10 instead of 8 now overall. But they can take 6 at a time. There it goes.
Now we will see who is weak.
You didn't kill him with that? What was that? Damage the highest. Oh, damage. Every single. Jesus. I didn't realize he does that every turn. I didn't process that part. The Urhead Dragoon. Damn. It's a good thing they don't seem to have the kind of cards I do that let you snowball your unit count, because they have so many units that can attack every single turn. Most terrible things I've witnessed? The Catriona Plague, the raising of Vengerberg, and the charge of the Vriad Dragoons. So this guy gets a bonus for every single elf. Damn. Damn. Alright. Alright, that's Not an amazing draw, but it's something to work with. Sure.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
See, nobody else has order, right? Nope. That's fine.
My staff? No, they don't hurt.
Hey, another one. There you are.
Time for one like me.
Another scytheman. Cool. So the archer can attack, but he'll only do 2 to this guy, and he can do 6 to this guy. And this guy will be forced to attack one of these guys because they have 8. So both of these guys will probably be alive next turn for when I use this guy to make them both summon again. At that point, it's really hard for him to get past the amount of snowballing I've done. And then comes the horn, where all of my units gain 2 and those will lose 2. Yeah, I was worried. Last round mainly just showed how their deck can be strong. No! Oh, they still killed him. Yeah. Damage unit by 5 and its adjacent units by 2. You can do that every 3 turns. One human leaves more tracks than a startled sounder of boars. I'm pretty sure I remember that quote from either Witcher 3 or the first book, but I'm not really sure.
Her Majesty is...
Alright, well I still get 2 from you guys. Another one. Another one. Well, what good timing. I'll do the crushing trap next and then we'll gain a bunch of power. Yeah, they're powerful, but I have my own counters. Ticking away at their health by 2 per unit every other like 2 out of 3 turns is not a bad thing to have mixed in. And all of them taking about 2 damage when they're summoned also helps. Huh. The best I can do is top row, probably. These guys all gain power when this guy is defeated, unfortunately. But I can at least do this attack, which, averaging out, I'm doing 12 damage. They gain 4, but I gain a lot more. So I have 4 scythemen. Yeah. Good luck, buddy. What you gonna do?
I'll feed you to the crows.
You can't lock an enemy. That's not gonna save you. All I have left is this horn. The terrifyingly powerful horn. Alright, what's your last play? Oh no, they lost 10 more from the fire. I feel bad on as a third party. It's interesting that they have so many effects that are like, how many elves do you have? This is how strong you get. That they can get away with having that one dude that's just a 12 plus 2 and has no abilities. It's actually weird that he has nothing. It's like cards that have nothing on them basically don't exist. But that guy can get away with it because so many of their effects just benefit from being around elves, basically. That's it, huh? Yeah, no letter for context. Not that one's particularly necessary.